889. Such is the force of happiness. The least can lift a ton, assisted by its stimulus. Who misery sustain, no sinew can afford the cargo of themselves, too infinite for consciousness's slow capabilities. 890. A coffin is a small domain, yet able to contain a citizen of paradise in its diminished plane. A grave is a restricted breadth, yet ampler than the sun, and all the seas he populates, and lands he looks upon. To him who on its small repose bestows a single friend, circumference without relief, or estimate, or end. 891. I learned at least what home could be, how ignorant I had been, of pretty ways of covenant, how awkward at the hymn. Round our new fireside, but for this pattern of the way, whose memory drowns me like the dip of a celestial sea. What mornings in our garden guessed, what bees for us to hum, with only birds to interrupt the ripple of our theme. And task for both, when play be done, your problem of the brain, and mine some foolisher effect, a ruffle or a tune. The afternoons together spent, and twilight in the lanes, some ministry to poorer lives, seen poorest through our gains. And then away to you to pass, a new diviner care, till sunrise take us back to scene, transmuted vivider. This seems a home, and home is not, but what that place could be, afflicts me as a setting sun, where dawn knows how to be. 892. Fame's boys and girls who never die, and are too seldom born. 893. Her sovereign people nature knows as well, and is as fond of signifying, as if fallible. 894. The overtakelessness of those who have accomplished death, majestic is to me beyond the majesties of earth. The soul of her not at home inscribes upon the flesh, and takes a fine aerial gait beyond the writ of touch. 895. Further in summer than the birds, pathetic from the grass, a minor nation celebrates its unobtrusive mass. No ordinance be seen, so gradual the grace, a gentle custom it becomes, enlarging loneliness. Antiquist felt at noon, when August burning low, arise this spectral canticle, repose to typify. Remit as yet no grace, no furrow on the glow, but a druidic difference enhances nature now. 896. Purple is fashionable twice, this season of the year, and when a soul perceives itself to be an emperor. 897. She sped as petals from a rose, offended by the wind, a frail aristocrat of time, indemnity to find, leaving on nature a default, as cricket or as bee, but Andes in the bosoms where she had begun to lie. 898. An hour is a sea between a few and me, with them would harbor be. 899. Experience is the angled road, preferred against the mind, by paradox the mind itself, presuming it to lead. Quite opposite, how complicate the discipline of man, compelling him to choose himself his pre-appointed pain. 900. 'Twas awkward, but it fitted me, an ancient fashioned heart, its only lore its steadfastness, in change unerudite. It only moved as do the suns, for merit of return, or birds confirmed perpetual by alternating zone. I only have it not tonight in its established place, for technicality of death omitted in the lease. 901. The soul's distinct connection with immortality is best disclosed by danger or quick calamity, as lightning on a landscape exhibits sheets of place, not yet suspected, but for flash and click and suddenness. 902. Too little way the house must lie from every human heart that holds in undisputed lease a white inhabitant. Too narrow is the right between, too eminent the chance. Each consciousness must emigrate and lose its neighbor once. 903. A doubt if it be us assists the staggering mind in an extremer anguish until it footing find. An unreality is lent, a merciful mirage that makes the living possible while it suspends the lives. 904. Absence disembodies, so does death, hiding individuals from the earth. Superstition helps, as well as love. Tenderness decreases as we prove. 905. Split the lark, and you'll find the music. Bulb after bulb in silver rolled, scantily dealt to the summer morning, saved for your ear when lutes be old. Loose the flood, you shall find it patent. Gush after gush reserved for you. Scarlet experiment, skeptic Thomas. Now, do you doubt that your bird was true? 906. That distance was between us, that is not of mile or main. The will it is that situates, equator never can. 907. That is solemn we have ended, be it but a play, or a glee among the garret, or a holiday, or a leaving home, or later, parting with a world we have understood for better, still to be explained. 908. They ask but our delight, the darlings of the soil, and grant us all their countenance for a penurious smile. 909. Because the bee may blameless hum, for thee a bee do I become, list even unto me. Because the flowers unafraid may lift a look on thine a maid, alway a flower would be. Nor robins need not hide, when thou upon their crypts intrude, so wings bestow on me, or petals, or a dower of buzz, that bee to ride, or flower of furs, I that way worship thee. 910. Finding is the first act, the second loss, third expedition for the golden fleece, fourth no discovery, fifth no crew, finally no golden fleece, Jason sham 2. 911. As frost is best conceived by force of its result, affliction is inferred by subsequent effect. If when the sun reveal, the garden keep the gash, if as the days resume, the wilted countenance cannot correct the crease or counteract the stain, presumption is vitality, was somewhere put in twain. 912. To my quick ear the leaves conferred, the bushes they were bells. I could not find a privacy from nature's sentinels. In cave if I presumed to hide, the walls begun to tell. Creation seemed a mighty crack to make me visible. 913. A man may make a remark, in itself a quiet thing, that may furnish the fuse unto a spark in dormant nature lain. Let us divide with skill, let us discourse with care. Powder exists in charcoal before it exists in fire. 914. A door just opened on a street. I, lost, was passing by. An instant's width of warmth disclosed, and wealth and company. The door as instant shut, and I, lost, was passing by. Lost doubly, but by contrast most, informing misery. 915. What shall I do when the summer troubles? What when the rose is ripe? What when the eggs fly off in music from the maple keep? What shall I do when the sky's a chirrup? Drop a tune on me. When the bee hangs all noon in the buttercup, what will become of me? Oh, when the squirrel fills his pockets, and the berries stare, how can I bear their jocund faces, thou from here so far? 'Twouldn't afflict a robin, all his goods have wings. I do not fly, so wherefore my perennial things?